right, I'm back with another This Is Easy podcast episode on the Mom is in Control podcast. I'm your host, Heather Chauvin, and as always, thank you for being here. You know I'm all about helping you feel in control of your life, how you live, work, play, and most importantly, parent. So I wanted to be very cheesy and cliche today and say that, there is no light without the darkness. And then I thought, if I was listening to this on a podcast, I wouldn't understand it, right? And so I wanted to share a story with you today. I'm on my way home from driving hands-free. I'm not driving hands-free. I'm recording this hands-free on my phone, 2 hands on the wheel. That's what I'm trying to say. And I just got home from CrossFit, and I've shared my journey with exercise, but I want to share with you what happened today and why I chose to do what I did. So there is no light without darkness. And I've been watching this contrast. And, when you're a teacher or a coach or somebody who works with people and you're working with their stuff, constantly it's mirroring your humanness, right? So if you're giving somebody advice and they're like, oh, this is so hard, sitting with my child and their big behaviors, and it's so hard, or money's not coming in, or we're constantly arguing and I feel disconnected in my marriage, or something's off in my work, I get it. I have those moments too. And sometimes we leave the dark before the light comes, right? We're sitting in the dark. We know that in the middle of the night, it's really, really dark. We're sitting there, and we're just waiting for the dawn. We're waiting. And we're waiting for the light to come. And sometimes there's those awkward moments in the middle of the night when you just feel, it's never going to come. It's like, this is hell. I don't want to be in this discomfort. It's awful. So today it was a coaching day, and I'm working with the amazing women that I attract in my business and my work, and I just freaking love them. And we're working through some deep shit. And, we're talking about the marriages, we're talking about the health, we're talking about the money, the energy, career, and they're working through it and they're taking action. And then on the other side of it, there's some of them like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Last week I felt like I was working through the mud, and this week, woohoo, like I made it to the other side. I feel so great. And I'm like, yes. And so I was observing my own energy, because this is what happens when you're trying to, live in alignment with how you want to feel. There's something I teach called energetic time management. It's a course that I teach inside my Mastery program. You could check that out at momisincontrol.com. And if you're interested, just apply and we'll chat. But what I talk about is, scheduling your day in alignment with how you want to feel. So this is what happens. Exercise is something I use to fuel my energy. The way that I look is just a byproduct. It's a natural side effect of, fueling my body in a positive way and moving it in a positive way. So after my calls, I was coaching for 3 hours. I have work to do. I'm on my way home. I'm like, there's 2 or 3 things I need to get off my to-do list before I'm done my work for the rest of the day. And of course, as a business owner, your work is never done. As a parent, your work is never done. As a human being, your work is never done, because you're constantly creating and evolving. So I had to stop and I had to create a boundary. And my boundary was, what do I need right now? So after my calls, I really wanted to get those 2 things off my list. I really it was so enticing, right? It's like an addiction. I'm like, I could sit here all day and do this. I love this shit. And I stopped and I said, Heather, what do you need right now? What do you need right now? I need to go to CrossFit. My goal is to go every day, and not to hustle and kill myself every day, but just to move my body every day. I don't need to do what they tell me to do. I can do what feels good to me, right? So I just need to get my blood pumping and whatever. So I went. I could have went for a run, could have went for a walk, but anyways, went there, got it done. This is the darkness that I'm talking about. One, I had to make the choice. I know from the contrast in my life that if I don't go, not only am I going to be a miserable bitch, but my energy will be low. I can go down the rabbit hole quickly of like feeling depressed and depleted and lack and boohoo, poor me. So I said, okay, go to CrossFit. Well, there's something in CrossFit called a WOD, a workout of the day, and then they have something called an open floor. So you have your WOD of the day, but then there's certain times when people are coaching you, like you can walk in and it's like a group thing where you don't really have to think about what you're doing. Somebody's guiding you through the course. And then there's a part where it's open floor and you just go and you look at the workout and you do it yourself. Well, I don't feel confident yet doing the workout myself, right? But I knew it's so easy for me to use this as an escape. Oh, I can't go. There's no workout of the day. There's no coach. It's an open floor. Nope. I don't understand. So this is my darkness. My darkness, the contrast is to not go and to be like, well, I can't go today. So I was sitting with the contrast. I was sitting with the discomfort. Not only that, I am like what I would consider a normal human being. I'm not like a pro athlete or anything. I'm a woman, which doesn't, make any difference. But I show up and it's these like athletic men. So young athletic men, which, yes, very nice to look at. But it also is intimidating because they're fucking good. And I'm sitting there like, I'm this like, I don't want to say mom, I'm not using that as an excuse, non-athletic counterpart coming in here going, I can barely lift the bar and you guys have like 300 pounds on it. So I'm comparing myself. So not only am I uncomfortable, but I'm intimidated. Uncomfortable because I'm like, fuck, I need to show up and know how to do the workout myself and ask for help when I need it. And two, just be intimidated by these people who I know are there to cheer me on and help me, and they don't freaking care what I'm doing or who I am. They don't. They're literally not judgmental, and it feels like a big family. But of course I'm judging myself. So on the other side, I have the light. I went through the darkness, and the darkness could be a really shitty day. This too shall pass. The darkness could be a moment when I know I need to go to the gym and I know I'm going to be uncomfortable. And I was sitting there and I didn't even finish the workout, to be honest with you. I showed up, did part of it, felt really, really good. And then the second part was 5 rounds. I did 1 round. And I said, fuck this shit. I'm not doing the other 4 rounds. I showed up today. This is good enough, right? Of course, if somebody was guiding me, I probably wouldn't have backed out as easy. But I just stretched and I did what my body needed to do. And I was very proud of myself for just showing up. So, yes, you got to go through the darkness to get to the light. You really do. And I watch this in every aspect of my life, how business, marriage, money, time, energy, parenting, frickin' my doodles. Like, yes, darkness and light. You can have a dark moment. Take like breastfeeding or having an infant. Those nights, whew, you're like you're in the front lines of a war. And the war is with yourself and this baby, and you literally are at your breaking point. And so if you can do that, you can do anything. So walking away from today on this is easy. I'm trying to give you action steps because I know sometimes I can be very theoretical and inspired by my stories, but what can you do? So your aha moment, your action step for today is to bring awareness of your darkness. What is your darkness? What are those parts of your day where it's your darkness? It could be literally at night because you're up with a baby all night, or it could be the darkness of having a really uncomfortable conversation with your spouse, having a really uncomfortable conversation with a child, having a really uncomfortable conversation with, your kid's teacher, or your own creativity. What is your darkness? Your darkness could be your confidence, you're stuck because you won't take you won't take action on something because you're stuck in your darkness. So today I'm asking you to head towards your darkness. look at it. I'm not afraid of you. Okay, let's sit with this. Let's go through the darkness. The one thing I'm an advocate for is feel the pain. Don't numb it. Feel it. It's going to hurt like a bitch. Feel it. Because it will last the increment of it will be so much less. And that's why in 2018, I also made a conscious decision not to drink. I'm not a big drinker, and I don't really talk a lot about this because I wouldn't say I've ever had a problem drinking. But when I do, it does not agree with me, and I can become depressed very quickly. Like one glass of wine can keep me on my ass for a week, and not just physically, but mental hangover. And so I thought, if I want to make this year of easy and alcohol doesn't agree with me, then I'm just not going to do it. And I'm going to see how difficult it is in those moments when I'm socializing and go for the drink. But I'm going to see what it's like to own my own needs. And I haven't been put in a situation yet where I feel really called to do that. So go to your darkness, because the light, oh my gosh, guys, you're so close to the light. Okay, 2018 is your year. This is easy. The Mastery program is now open for application. So head on over to momisincontrol.com. Simply fill out the application. Go on my website, check out the reviews. And if you feel called and your gut is saying, yes, not this, I will show you the way. Talk soon, ladies.